Hey everyone, I'm TJB Chris, and this is TJB Chris's TRS-80 Model 4. Previously seen in a shopping channel video and some other videos, and actually its screen is sporting a custom TJB Chris logo that I made for TRS-80 6.2, part of a project I went through with and filmed and thought, this is shitty, and just decided not to put it up, so I canned it. So if you want to see some trivia about TRS-80 6.2 logos and maybe making a custom one on the Model 4, let me know in the comments, but I figured nobody really cared. So, what do people care about? Well, I'm going to take a guess and say upgrades like this graphics card. This is a reproduction MicroLabs Grafyx, or Grafyx, Grafyx, on screen for you, card that was sold alongside the Radio Shack graphics cards for the TRS-80 Model 3 and 4. Radio Shack actually did release graphics cards for the 3, 4, the Model 2, 12, 16 line, though I think TRS-80 only. Maybe Xenix supported it, but I don't know. Well, if someone does, let me know in the comments. And of course a bunch of other machines, but mainly this one. I don't know if the Model 1 ever got one. Either way, this card is compatible with the original MicroLabs card, of course, and it is also compatible with the Radio Shack software card. The original Radio Shack card had 32K of RAM on it. This one, I'm not sure actually, I need to look, but the original MicroLabs one back in the day had, I want to say 19 or 20K on it, but it was enough for the graphics screen. In Model 4 mode, we can expect 640 by 200 graphics. So what we're going to do, we're going to install this thing. We're going to boot it back up. I've already downloaded the software to try out this card, so I can plug in my TRS-IO with Fred emulation and just boot it over the network, and we'll see how this goes. So let's get it apart. You might be wondering what this funky little connector is with its wiring up here. This is a TJB Chris hack job. This is actually a VGA connector for my capture device. I used it in the shopping channel video on this machine, so I could capture the direct screen output. And I was actually pretty happy with it. It came out pretty good. The only thing it didn't do was it didn't show the last few lines of the 80-column screen. But, I mean, all things considered, I was pretty happy with how it came out. But I'm going to pull it out now. I don't really need to keep it in here. It's a dongle hanging out of the back that doesn't belong there, and it's probably, I mean, not connected to anything, probably doesn't matter, but I don't know that the video circuitry was designed to drive two things at once long term, so if I need it, I'll put it in when I need it, but it's going to come out now. So let's get this out, get the shield off, and we'll get the new card in. Model 4 is apart. Now this is the gate array Model 4. What does that mean? You've probably heard me talk about gate array, non-gate array. The gate array Model 4 is the revised Model 4 motherboard. So on the original Model 4, and on the Model 3 for that matter, behind the motherboard would be the floppy controller here, and the serial card. There would be a couple of ribbon cables connecting the two. And there would be a lot more rework than is on this board, or at least some more. There's still some rework. This is factory rework, folks. It actually happened. But, and one of the other things you can kind of tell, the sounders over here, the layout of the board is entirely different from the gate array. Everything is consolidated onto this one board, so the layout is entirely different, and the graphics connectors here, which we'll be dealing with, and the floppy controllers built in, the serial controllers built in, and the telltale way you can tell. Some folks like to look at the keyboard and say, hey, if it's got the clustered arrows, it must be. Nope, 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 that's not. Don't look at that. The telltale way of a gate array Model 4 is the serial port. From the outside, if it's pointing out the back, you've got yourself a gate array Model 4. If it isn't, then you don't. So those are the quick differences. I mean, there's more than I'm getting into here, but the short version of this is very consolidated. If you have a TRS-80 Model 4D, in all likelihood you have a gate array machine, though I believe I've actually heard of folks that say they don't. So I guess there could technically be a non-gate array Model 4D. Anyway, you came here to see the card get installed. Let's install the card. The next step is this little clip here. Clips around pin 22 on U11, which is this guy right here. There's actually an alternative place according to the original board directions you can put it, but that's where I'm going to put it. And by the way, Ian has a much more concise video on this than I'm doing. All right, we're in. We are in. So now all we do is we install the card onto the board, making sure I've aligned the pins correctly. And that should be pretty straightforward. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. I'm going to take a look before I get this in there, make sure we've lined it up. We have, and on it goes. And that's it. That's a successful installation. Well, it's a physically successful installation. Let's see if the machine actually starts. So what I'm going to do is spin this back around. We're going to hook up my TRS-IO, power it up, and make sure that it at least boots up. And maybe we'll run the graphics test program, and then we'll get it back together, and we'll play with it. All right, moment of truth. We're going to power it up, see if the thing actually operates. And we get a screen. Ooh, and we're warming up. Ooh, Fred menu, that's good. All right, well, we have a screen. We booted from the disk. I have my Fred disk mounted here, so I could boot. I never did the ROM modification. There's a whole other video on that. So we're looking at a network share, and you can see I have a new option here, LD63 Graphics, which is LS-631. Okay, so we are up. GBASIC, I think the thing is SIC. I can't type. ASIC GTEST / base. Okay. Basic starting. Hey, that's good. Look at that. We have some graphics drawing. Let's bask in the glow. Ah, it works with a lot of happy faces. Okay. Okay, let's get her back together. Okay, one thing I just realized, trying to put the shielding back on, and it doesn't fit. It compresses the card against the board, and you'd really have to sandwich it. So I guess spare parts for now. A little RFI never hurt. Yeah, I'm going to have to hold on to this because I don't think I can put that in there. I've got the board as close to, I've got the graphics board as close to the main board as I can get it, and yeah, this just pushes up against it. So I was wondering when I was putting it together if that was going to be the case. That also means that this right here is where the back screw of the case goes. So this is going to be yet another Model 4 with the back case screw missing, but I'm going to run it through here so I don't lose it. It'll just stay with my spare parts. Okay, back to the reassembly. Now that we're back together, let's boot it up and play with a couple of things here. I'm not going to go too crazy on this. I figure maybe this will be fodder for some future videos, but let's at least take a look at some of the software on the Fred image that I got from Ian Mavric's website. So let's just boot this thing up. We'll see what we have here in the /base department. And we have a missile. Let's do that. And if any of these get slow, I'll speed them up. All right, we have a missile. Maybe a little phallic there, but you know. Apparently leaving trails. Different shaped trails and going faster and faster. She's gonna go plaid here soon. Going right for ludicrous speed. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Oh, it's HRCLS? HCLS is the Color Computer 3 command. Okay, actually, I think I can do HG off. Okay, nope. Let's see what it is. I think all the utilities are on drive 0. GR off, Groff. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's play with some actual software. So, on drive 3, I think, according to the doc that I got with this image, is a print shop type program called Postmaster. That must be at PM. Okay, let's try that. I will push enter. Oh yes, okay, cool. All right, so we have posters, we have letterhead, large labels. Looks like there's a picture of a box there with a postage label on it. Small labels for addresses and stuff. Art library list, printer selections. I can make my own graphics, but that's spiffy. And, ooh, TRS-DOS ready. That's the fanciest TRS-DOS ready prompt ever. I don't know, I hope that comes through on the camera. I'm looking at it on my small screen, not seeing it. Okay, let's see if we can do a letterhead. I have not read the manual here, so let's just see how we do. All right, I don't know that there's anything to load. So let's design it. I don't want no icon, I want an icon. You always want an icon. All right, well, this is on drive 3, so I'm going to go with that. Okay, ooh, peanuts. Is that like copyright infringement peanuts? I mean, Charlie Brown was on the menu. Oh, yeah, there he is. Look at that, Charlie Brown. I mean, honestly, doesn't look half bad considering what this would have looked like without the graphics card. Let's go back. All right, back to 3. I wish I could go back without going all the way back. What's in sample? Angry, okay. Balloons. Diploma. Drinks, yep, give me that. I want that on icon left. Okay, so now for the right side, select icon. Back to drive 3. What else is in sample? All right. If I go back, how far back are you going to take me? Ah, son of a bitch! You got to check them all again. Oh man, but I want my drinks. All right, that kind of stinks. Maybe there's a way to go back one screen, and I just don't know it. Okay. Icon left. Select icon. 3. All right, so I'm going to do this. Let's go to the Postmaster Art Library. Oh, computers. Okay. Well, on this channel, drinks and computers often go together, but do I just type? Yep, okay. Cool. Shit. Hit enter. And that means I have to go all the way back to here. Okay. Okay, cabaret. Okay, I'm going to quote Stevie Stroh when he used to do what was Coco Talk. Oop. Okay. Left. Right. Now that's not going to be in the same line. All right. Well, we know that enter is going to take us to the next screen. Print a letterhead, print multiple pages, save it, go to the menu, return to main menu. If I print you, will you let me see it before you print it? We'll find out. There's no printer attached. Oh, okay. Well, I've got TJB Chris, YouTube superstar, and Farts and McGee on the next line with a TRS-80 and some wine. Cool. Actually, this is a pretty neat program. And I mean, for something on a TRS-80 Model 4, I never thought I'd see this kind of fidelity. And you people going, what are you talking about? You should see what the graphics look like without the card. That's not to say they're bad, because actually TRS-80 graphics are some of my favorite, and I know I played a lot of games in them. Okay. I think we've watched me struggle with this program enough. What else do we have? There's tournament chess on drive 3. Chess. I suck at chess, so we're not going to play very long, but... Okay, not available. Proceed. Oh, does this need 128K? Let's find out if the machine crashes. I for instructions. Okay. Use the arrow keys to position the cursor. Press space to hook a piece. Space again. Okay. Well, it beeped. All right, I'm just going to see if this works. Okay, that worked. Beeped at me again. I'm just randomly moving stuff. I just want to see what it does. Okay, cool. You can watch the computer play with itself. How do I... Can I stop you? Clear queue. Clear break. Nope. I guess I'm stuck. Okay, we're going to hit reset just because I don't want to wait for this game to finish. Although that would be cool. Just watch the game play against itself. All right, what else do we have here? I'm going to do one or two more here and we'll be done with this. Let's see. So we did that. Let's see. Slot machine and poker. Oops, so let's see what we have there. Oh, slot and vid poker 4. Okay, so let's do slot. I like a good slot. Okay. You have 40 nickels left to play with. Press space to play. Oh, it even makes a little sound for the handle. How neat. Apparently there's not going to be any winning for me. You know, the great thing about doing this mindlessly here is I'm not losing actual money while I'm playing. I don't love the slots in any casino. I just picture those fools in Rain Man just sitting there whacking the button, cigarette half hanging out of their mouth, bucket of nickels or quarters. And maybe that's why I never liked it. I watched that movie as a kid and just didn't want to be those people. Now, I'm not saying if you like the slots, that's a bad thing. Plenty of family members that like them, but it's just not for me. So, if you don't like what I said, you don't have to worry about it. I'm not stopping you from playing the slots, now am I? And this game is reinforcing why I don't play the goddamn slots. Alright, Jesus Christ, you're going to let me get through 26 frickin' nickels left here without getting anything? Okay. Oh, I have to hit Q to quit or at to quit? Oh, wait, we got even more. Yeah, well, still we're done. Know when to fold them, folks. Know when to fold them. Alright. Let's look at tunnel base. See, folks, things don't always go as planned. All right, do you just need a reset? Is that what's happening here? Let's do that. Okay. Yep, okay. See, folks, it don't all go perfect on this stuff. All right, well, there is a tunnel of sorts. Cool. I think that's really going to do it for this. As Billy Mays would say, or any great TV huckster, but wait, there's more. So one of the things I did in the middle here was I ran the HRGTEST, the HRGTEST, Radio Shack graphics test that came with the Radio Shack board. It's on this image. And it took forever. I didn't even let it finish. So you can see we now have a new friend here. We have this Micronta alarm clock, which I'm going to use to keep track of just how long this takes. I'll just leave you this clock and whatever music I can find that I don't have to pay for to watch the sped up beauty of the high resolution graphics test on the TRS-80 Model 4. So, please enjoy. All right, so as you can see, we have an ending, but I don't think that's the right one. I wasn't here to watch it, so I don't know exactly what it did. I'm going to get to see it right along with you. Okay, I'm going to get to see it during editing, but still, that's how long it took to get to that point. And by that is how long, because I'm speaking very generically, I mean whatever time is showing up on the screen right here. But anyway, that is the graphics board. Let's just make sure this image actually works real quick. And it may just very well be that it freaked out the TRS-IO or something, but that's not too big a deal. So, okay, let's just run GTEST real quick. I'm not going to run the entire thing. But we'll just make sure the machine starts basic, seems to work, files load, because some of those errors were seek error during read and things like that. But I think that was just an an artifact of the state the system was in, and yeah, this seems to be working just fine. So, okay, I think we're going to call it there. There will be more on this. There's an ANSI terminal for this that we'll play with, and we might play with that Postmaster program a little more, maybe break out a printer. I've got to make a cable for this anyway, so maybe we'll do this. That is part of the Postmaster video. But there's a whole lot we can do with this, so stay tuned until next time when we'll be doing I don't know what, but it'll be some kind of shenanigans with a Tandy computer. Thanks for watching.